Did the old prophets actually meet angels on top of mountains? Or were they highly intelligent beings from a galaxy far, far away? Today, we're taking a look at 3 well-known sightings of UFOs. Because let's face it, we're not alone, and the evidence is everywhere.
Uncover the mystery of the Amazon forest's ancient civilizations. What if I told you that these cities were not only built by human hands, but were also aided by advanced alien technology? With giant mounds and henges as their evidence, experts suggest that the Amazonian ancient cities were bigger than London. This video will explore the possibility of an extraterrestrial connection to the Amazon's lost cities. Want to learn more? Let's dive right in. The prevailing belief among researchers until the 16th century was that the Amazonians comprised small, nomadic tribes with little environmental impact. However, recent research contradicts this mainstream history. Recent discoveries prove the Amazon basin was home to numerous advanced, highly populated, well-established societies. Early European visitors described the Amazon area as one with many towns and villages, but explorers who arrived later could not locate the vast cities and villages they had heard about. Before the Europeans arrived, past studies suggested that the Amazon rainforest was a vast wilderness. Scholars highlighted that indigenous Amazonian communities could not build complex cities and urbanized communities. Archaeologists also proved that the soil in the Amazon basin was poor in nutrients and unsuitable for agriculture. However, in the 16th century, a rumor developed that could rewrite history. According to the rumor, a golden city existed deep in the Amazon forest. People believed that a great lord, who was always covered in gold dust by the day and washed off by night, ruled the city. These rumors came to be known as the legend of El Dorado. At this time, Europeans had conquered Tenochtitlan and Cusco. For 2 centuries, Europeans searched for the mythical city of El Dorado within the Amazon rainforest. Unfortunately, most of the explorers perished due to disease and starvation. After several failed expeditions, the legend of El Dorado was declared a myth in the 19th century. Could it be that these cities were extraterrestrial technologies that could shift their location? The legend of El Dorado was famous among many explorers. The Golden City could have been built and ruled by aliens. Only an advanced civilization could create cities that could sustain large populations during ancient times. In the 20th century, Percy Fawcett was inspired by the legend of El Dorado to search the Amazon basin for the ancient city's remains. The British explorer also took 8 expeditions to the Amazon forest to find the lost city. For 2 decades, Fawcett focused on searching the South Amazon area in Brazil and the Western Amazon in Bolivia. Unfortunately, he never found the city or any of the cities that past explorers claimed to have encountered in the Amazon basin. Fawcett only claimed to have found small groups of indigenous people living in small, simple villages. However, he was determined to prove that cities existed and continued his search. In his final letter to his wife, Fawcett wrote, "You need have no fear of any failure." He was also positive that he would find the lost city. No one ever saw or heard from Fawcett again after he left his camp. After Fawcett's disappearance, archaeologists declared that the Amazon basin was too remote and hostile to support urbanized communities and cities. Recent research also shows that most native Amazon inhabitants succumbed to diseases brought by the European colonizers in the 16th and 17th centuries. This explains the small, simple groups that Fawcett found during his expeditions. The Amazon rainforest soil is unsuitable for agriculture. These limited food-growing abilities have convinced researchers that it could not sustain large populations. However, in the 1960s, they found fertile patches of soil called black earth, or terra preta, in the region. The 8,000-year-old artificial Amazonian black earth can make any soil fertile. This artificial soil has maintained its fertility for at least 8 centuries. Scientists cannot explain black earth's microbial content. Additionally, despite knowing the components of black earth, nobody has been able to recreate it. The Amazonian artificial soil proves that advanced composting existed in ancient times. Where did the Amazonians learn advanced composting from? And why can't we replicate it today? The ancient civilizations may have received extraterrestrial help. However, governments may have covered it up to prevent worldwide panic. So, large-scale agriculture was possible and took place in the Amazon during the pre-European period. In early 2000, researchers reported evidence of domesticated plants in the Amazon rainforest. This proved that human settlements actually existed in those regions. Archaeologists also found food crops like the ice cream bean tree and Brazil nut trees inside the Amazon rainforest. Artificially fertile soil and domesticated plants are a hint to endless possibilities, including whether the Amazon itself is man-made or not. In 1990, Dr. Michael Heckenberg of the University of Florida led a team of archaeologists to investigate the Amazon forest. The team mapped the long Amazonian ditches with the area's local inhabitants. They concluded that a large settlement existed in the pre-European period. The researchers also highlighted that some ditches were remains of designed and crafted walls built around a plaza. Other ditches were roads that led to different settlements. This created a network of dozens of settlements believed to have held up to 50,000 people between 1250 AD and 1650 AD. Since 2000, scientists have discovered many earthworks and geoglyphs in the Amazon forest. Geoglyphs are artwork based on shapes and lines constructed by moving or arranging objects, mainly stone and earth. They occupy a specific landscape to contrast with the surrounding environment. Archaeologists have explained most geoglyphs are extremely geometrical, for example, octagons surrounding squares. Scientists thought such geographical techniques as squaring the circle originated from the Greeks. On the contrary, the geometrical exercise was performed in the Amazon thousands of years before Greece. Remote sensing satellites and laser technology have located geoglyphs in Mato Grosso states and Brazil. Researchers speculate that these geoglyphs were most likely used for ceremonial purposes. Researchers also confirmed 24 structures through laser imagery to be evidence of geoglyphs. Out of the expected 1,300, only 81 geoglyphs were found in the South Amazon. Archaeologists also found almost 1,500 villages connected by causeways since 1250 AD. The Amazon structures perfectly align with true north, south, east, and west. This means that advanced astronomy and geometry existed among the Amazonian communities in the pre-European period. For over a decade, scientists have been using a remote sensing technology called LiDAR to map the terrain of the Amazon forest from the air. Laser-generated 3D images exhibit mysterious mounds in the southwest corner of the Amazon forest. Scientists found these mounds to be ancient human urban settlements. The laser images show complex U-shaped buildings on top of 22-meter-tall pyramids and elevated roads and causeways. The area contains Kasarabe people's artifacts and dates between 500 AD and 1400 AD. Such complex buildings prove the existence of unconventional, advanced civilizations in ancient times. This means that the builders of these advanced structures must have had extraterrestrial help. As mainstream theories suggest, advanced astronomical and geometrical knowledge cannot be a coincidence. Heiko Prumers and his team also found a wall during excavation, indicating a permanent settlement. However, due to dense vegetation, researchers could not survey the site. In 2019, Prumers and his team used LiDAR to explore 6 other areas over the sites confirmed to be occupied by Kasarabe tribes. They discovered at least 26 areas with the shape and size of settlements, including 11 areas they hadn't been looking for. Jonas Gregorio de Souza also claims that mounds prove ancient urban societies existed in the Amazon basin. But why couldn't researchers find these cities? Were they massive alien ships that simply went home? With technologies such as LiDAR, it's only a matter of time before we uncover the truth behind the lost Amazonian civilizations. The discoveries about the Amazon and its technologies are beyond scientific explanation. The lost cities of Amazon depict a forgotten side of history that covers up ancient civilizations inside the Amazon. How the Amazon forest's inhabitants had advanced astronomy, geometry, and chemistry knowledge is still mysterious. Did they receive some extraterrestrial help? Why did their advancements not carry on into modern civilization? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe for more content like this.